I've come to the conclusion that gravity is not a thing. It's not real, okay? And I know what you're thinking immediately watching this, like, oh my god, he says everything's not real. Oh my god, he's just doing another one of these videos to say everything's not real. No, that's not what I'm saying here, folks. I'm here to tell you that gravity is nothing more than a conspiracy. And I say this because what I truly believe is that gravity is a conspiracy for these gravity companies and gravity stores to sell more gravity. And so what I mean by that is back at the time when this guy Isaac Newton, he's a guy who apparently he discovered gravity. He like came up with the laws of gravity. He told everyone what these were, and he was apparently sitting under some tree and an apple fell on his head. And it hit him in the head and he thought, "Oh my god, let's make a fortune," is what he thought. He started telling people, this only falls because of gravity. And the reason it falls because of gravity is because people like me are giving this gravity to the earth. We are injecting it into the atmosphere. We're injecting it into the dirt, into the ground. Okay? And so Isaac Newton came up with this whole thing and he started founding all these little companies, got lots of people together. And they all got in on it and it became a huge franchise. It was kind of like an MLM. It was like a multi-level marketing thing, a whole pyramid scheme. And Isaac Newton was at the very top of this. And basically what happened was they approached the government to the world and they said, hey, we're feeling a bit suicidal. We don't want to be here anymore. We don't care if we die. And so if you do not start paying us for gravity, we're going to stop injecting it into the earth. We're going to stop putting it in the atmosphere. And when we stop doing that, that means everything on the earth is going to die. Things are going to start floating away into space. Things are just going to go, whoa. Everything's going to go gone. So pay us money or we're going to stop. And so the government's agreed because of course they have to agree. What else are they going to do? Just die? Of course not. And so Isaac Newton had started this thing, and this whole pyramid scheme has gone down to even today. And there are people today who are still selling gravity. You can go to these gravity stores, they exist. There's probably one in every country. Just Google it. I promise you, you'll find something if you know where to look. These gravity stores and these gravity companies, it's a huge conspiracy. They're all just injecting this gravity, but it's not actually gravity they're injecting. They're not injecting anything. They're just pretending that they're injecting things into the earth. They're not actually putting anything. They're just telling us that they are. And the governments are too scared to go against them and to doubt them. Because, what if they are telling the truth? And what if we stop and call their bluff? Oh my god, we tried to call their bluff, but it's not a bluff, and oh my god, now we're all dead. No one wants that. And so that's why we will forever be stuck in this loop of buying gravity from the gravity companies and pretending like gravity is a real thing. But just think about it for a second, folks. If gravity was real, you wouldn't be able to jump. You wouldn't be able to walk up the stairs. Birds wouldn't be able to fly. How can a bird fly upwards when gravity's pulling you down? You would be wee. If anything, we would all be reverse birds. We would be the opposite of flying. We would all constantly just be crushed against the ground and unable to move. Of course gravity is not real. And it makes sense when you think about it. Of course it's not a thing. But we've all been conditioned to believe that it is. When you go into school and your physics teacher starts telling you about gravity, that's because they're likely in on it. Physics is basically the whole thing that's been put forward by Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was like the godfather of physics. Physics is the pyramid scheme. Physics is the MLM. People involved in the physics profession and that study of academia, they are all in on it. They are all selling you the lie. And when they teach a kid about gravity in school, when they first get their first lesson in physics and they're getting taught about gravity and physics, these teachers are getting a little bonus payment from the gravity companies. That's why they're teaching you it. That's what they're doing. Because they're getting paid a fortune. You can't really believe that these people actually like physics. That these people actually care about all these numbers. What are they, super nerds? I mean, don't get me started on mathematicians as well. I mean, they're even more corrupt when you start hearing the kind of things that these people are involved with. But that's a video for another time. But yeah, I felt I just should spread the word as information that I've come into very, very recently, and I've put some threads together, and maybe in the future I'll start naming some names other than Isaac Newton, who's dead for a long time now. And in the future, maybe I'll name some actual names who are alive and well today. But I need to make some assurances first and get some things in order.